So today is another day up on Farmstead. So I'm gonna split my time now. When it's not raining, I'm gonna do the soffits. So I've got my little gorilla bucket of tools. I'm gonna go around the other side. I'm gonna set up. Desi lent me a little bit of this blue scaffolding. It's really easy to put up, and plus I can put my wheels in it, so it's gonna be much easier. So I'm just gonna. It's quite a big job in my mind. It's like, oh, it's massive, but if we break it down into small bits, it's not. So I'm gonna start above our bedroom window on the other side, and I'm literally just gonna start with the hanger framing. If I can get all the framing done, so that side and along the lounge wall, and then I'll take it from there. This is tricky. The sun blinding everyone there. It's tricky because there's a few factors. The building being a foot out of square, this end being one measurement and the other end being a foot wider on the other end. So you can imagine the faces are straight, the soffit's like a wiggly worm. So it isn't a problem, it's just getting round it. It was when Desi and Francis were here, I remember speaking with Francis about it, and he talked about doing this hanger detail, so that's what I'm doing. You can get these 2x2s in 16 foot, but it's a bit too much for me to work with. But we're pecking a screw in one end. I reckon I can do it on the front, but this has always been a big test of this corner, but I'll show you what I've done. Obviously, underneath, basically I just put a 2x2 hanger down. I had to put a little bit here, because we've got obviously the two different levels here. I'll have to, once that's boxed in, I'll have to put a piece in across there, and then the soffit sits obviously up onto the little foot there, but it's obviously that little pip isn't enough. I need a piece to go across. So hanger, hanger, and a hanger, and that's it basically. So it's level all the way. So when I come off my little square off foot that we did, I think it was me, Desi and Francis did that bit. Me and Dave fitted the roof. But then when you come off level here, I put that up the thickness of the 2x2, so that basically I can stitch a piece there, and then it fits perfectly underneath, so I can stitch up. I can use my nail gun there. So basically I can put one on each rafter, or I think I will do each rafter. It is 400 centres, but I want it to be super duper strong. But you can see the line. I don't know if you can see that. We've got that bulge in the wall there. So it's massive here, and then 8 inches down there. But that hanger detail obviously will work, because now I can just fly them in. It fits to the underside. Boom, boom, boom. So basically I'm making a little ladder frame sort of thingy, my jig. I'll worry about getting over the other end shortly. It's different here. As you see, the feet are massive, so a piece of board, marine ply onto that will carry. But then as you get to that end, we might as well go up and have a look, haven't we? You can see where I come round with the other box end. There's the ply, it's finished. the 3x2 nog to tie them in. So here I just need to bridge this. So again, I'm going to put 2x2 off this, and I'm going to run it along, probably to around here somewhere, because the rest will carry. There's no need for that ladder frame, but I will to just that end couple of feet. Probably made everyone sick there spinning around. But that's the general idea. You'll see it more once I start putting the noggins in, basically, to tie it into that 2x2. That might have been all gobbledygook, but when it's framed out, you shall see. There's Rebecca. Look at that. She's just brought me a cup of tea. I don't need an excuse to stop and have a cup of tea, ever. Well, that'll do. I've got my head torch on now, so that says it's dark. So I think I've done all right. And just, what's it look like? And there we go, all framed out. But yeah, it's getting dark, so at least I know what the crack is now. So as it gets, obviously, thinner, and then it goes, well, it is what it is. We'll work it out in the dawn. These big joints. We're blinding everyone there with a head torch. Me and my mole vision. It's because it's so close. My eyes are definitely a bit weirder now. I've got past 40. But as you can see, it's come out really nice. Yeah. A lot of pencil marking. The dihedral angle. And plus it's over 60 degrees. So my chop saw will swivel to 60 degrees, but it's over, so you just have to sort of freehand it and then wedge something underneath. Yeah, tricky. Nelly baby. Nelly, Nelly, Nelly baby.
When we're coming back upstairs, I'm going to
Yeah, it's a full troop of mutts. Do any other joiners find this out? When you're working on the stairs, people always want past. What? I know. So I'm coming down now anyway.
We're probably not coming back down for a while now anyway.
Let's get it glued. Hoping to get on the Soffits tomorrow, but then it looks like would be snow. Somebody was asking what glue I was using. Gorilla Glue. And the other stuff that I stuck these on with is a Soudal product. It's like a low moldus. It's a very high tack stuff. It says it can hold over 300 kilograms, so it's super bond. There was a piece I had to take off, and it took the plaster with it. So it's super stuff. Soudal, high tack. They even do a turbo, but this stuff is good. And Gorilla Glue goes off quick. I'll just show you some of the trickery I'm having to contend with today. So I'll show you on the end. That batten there, that's just holding everything. It's holding that plumb and that level, but it's all screwed in. It's helping me with my string line. So I'll do the same as what I did over there. Biscuit joint some boards together and fix them on. And then, as we come in, let's jump up. Let's try and have a look. So that's the joint in there for the box end. Obviously this gets cut off there, and then the soffit will go onto this. So this is what I wanted in, the hanger. So that's fixed. And there's my string line now. That's the, obviously, so that I can just screw straight up and straight off the end of the spar. And that's as far as I could get with it. I don't know if this makes any sense. It's just right to get over that through stone. If we jump up on this side, just about see the string line here. So that one, and that one, and this last one here, I'm just having to use 4x2 with 2 screws in just to bridge it. And that is as far as I could go with the hanger detail. See, once you've got a hanger in, they're absolutely solid. And it sort of comes out like that, you know, all the way along. Easy peasy. But this bit here, yeah, it's been tricky. But now I've got another hanger in, I'm laughing for those last couple of spars and how I'm going to finish the box end detail. So one more little bit of 4x2 nib in there, and then we've got a nice flat platform. Even though it is, you know, 1.5 foot there and then 8 inches here, doesn't matter. See if we can get a look all the way down from one end. No, me looking at the little viewfinder doesn't do it any justice, because it might look better on your TV, I don't know, but yeah, I'm cracking on. I'm going to warm my lips up shortly though with a brew.
So I'm just doing a tester at the moment for the kitchen. The plan is, as you can see, to paint the panelling, and we're using a wallpaper above. I have to admit I made a little bit of a mistake, because quite a few people messaged me or emailed me to ask me what the wallpaper was that I used in the bathroom. And the name of the wallpaper I gave is for this one. And I only realised when I came to order this one that I'd told everybody the blooming wrong wallpaper from the bathroom. I'll put a picture of the bathroom wallpaper on here. So the wallpaper in the bathroom is actually a wallpaper by Next, the shop, online shop Next. And this wallpaper is the one that I told everybody was Laura Ashley elderflower. I'll put the name of it on in natural. So sorry everybody that's maybe been very confused if they've actually gone out and ordered it, but yeah. So just to clarify, the wallpaper in the bathroom is Next, and the wallpaper that I'm about to start doing in the kitchen is the Laura Ashley wallpaper. So yeah, sorry anybody, sorry, I'm so bad. And I ordered them all together as samples, and somehow my brain has got mixed up when I've looked, and yeah, so yeah. But I think this looks really nice. So it's very similar, the paint, don't know if you can see it, to the one in the bathroom. The one in the bathroom was Calico by Dulux. This is actually got more green in it. The one in the bathroom is more of a creamy sort of undertone. This has got a greenish undertone, which we kind of liked. So this paint is Goya. I'm going tomorrow to buy this in the full version, so I will put it properly on a link here in a second. So yeah, that's going to be my job for the next few days, painting all the panelling, and then when the wallpaper arrives, wallpaper in the kitchen. Epic. Normally Tilly and Toby follow me down with this, but because the camera's here, they don't like the camera. So before they head over, they'll be here in a minute because they know it's feeding time. I had the donkey sanctuary out. I asked them to come and just do a little bit of a check over, because this donkey sanctuary very much recommends that donkeys, as long as they're young enough and healthy enough to have good teeth for chewing and they're not underweight, should mainly be fed straw, which is barley straw. And I know a lot of people find that strange, and I did as well, because to me straw is what they use for the bedding, and it is. I also use it for the bedding. But apparently it's a really good sort of fibrous, non-fat gaining food for donkeys, and most of the donkey sanctuary donkeys, that's all they have. When I've now tried to do that with Tilly and Toby since they've come off the field, out of the big field, they really do not want to eat the straw. And that's because it's effectively like just eating salad. They're not getting any kind of the sweetness that they were getting from grass or from hay or from haylage or whatever. So they're being very resistant. Now last year, when they were up here, they did eat that quite well. And I just topped them up with a little bit of haylage or hay, whatever I've got, on top of it. But I wanted to check this year with the donkey sanctuary because I know they don't really recommend that, and I wanted her to look and sort of score the condition, the body condition, and see what they think. So she came up yesterday, lovely lady. I didn't film her, I thought it was a little bit wrong really to do that. And she showed me how to score with my hands down the flanks of the donkeys. And so long as I can feel the ribs sort of 3 to 4 hands down, they're okay, and they've got no fat pads. And I knew about that, but it's good to have somebody else just double check, because I didn't want to be trying to restrict their intake to mainly straw if it was going to do them harm, because they're very noisy. Now that they're not getting a lot of haylage, which was what I was told to do, is just switch them straight to straw, they were so noisy, bellowing for food all the time. So I was thinking, gosh, am I doing wrong? So anyway, I can feel Toby's ribs, 4 hands down. And she said to me, he's a big donkey. She said, I didn't expect them to be this big. They're both big donkeys, but Toby is a very big donkey. And she said actually Toby is right where he needs to be, and she said I'm worried I wouldn't want him to lose any weight. He just has a very low hung belly, but that's how he is. I think some people think that's fat. It's not. It's just the way Toby is built. So Toby is totally, absolutely fine. And if anything, she said, I'd prefer him not to lose any weight. So she said, keep doing what you're doing. So plenty of straw for them to munch at throughout the day. They're never, ever without straw. And once a day to do the haylage that I've been doing. Tilly, on the other hand, is a little bit plumper. So I felt down and I was like, I can't really feel the ribs. Like, there's definitely a layer of fat over those ribs. But she is the greedy guts of the two. Like, she will run to the food. And Toby is very much more like, he's a bit suspicious, Toby. And I always catch him out with food by getting them in the stall. So he always likes to make sure the coast is properly clear before he commits to coming in and eating. So she obviously then gets the lion's share. So I split it into 2 bags. That way it tends to work out better. But yeah, so I just thought I'd sort of give you an update on their diet and just let everyone know that yes, Tilly's a little bit overweight, but she said not so much. So she said I wouldn't start restricting anything because she doesn't want Toby to lose any weight. So I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing, and that's what I've done for over a year, and they haven't gone hugely overweight or hugely underweight. So it's good to know what I'm doing is okay. The only thing was Tilly has got something on her eye, a lump here. And I spotted it about 2 weeks ago. It just seemed to come from nowhere. And I thought maybe it was an insect bite, like a horsefly or something. But 2 weeks have passed and it's not gone. So that means a vet call out, I think, because it could be a sarcoma. So I've hopefully got the vet coming out in the next day or 2. So we will see what the vet says, and I'll keep you all updated. And fingers crossed, it's nothing sinister.
Right. I hunted round the barn for all the bits and bobs that I need for this, which is grills. And they're quite big holes in there, so little beasties still will get in. So there's gauze as well. So I think I found the paint. I'm sure there's some more. So I'm just got to find the right cutter. I think it's this one. Pretty sure that's it. And then I'll show you the shape of that. It's a bit of this and a bit of that, and that'll get me round. You can see how the angle is. It's like that big, goes down to like 5 inch up that end. So I've made it easier on myself. Instead of doing them in 8 foots like up there, they were full 8-foot boards, and it was a challenge. And I've done the cut as good as I can, because what I'm going to do is, like I said, use the pointing gun to fill in any gaps against the wall there. But if we can just get this one piece up, I'll show you what this is what's going through the bird box. I've marked where I want my grills, so I'm going to drill through, and then I'm going to get the gauze, and I'll just staple some gauze to the back, because what I was doing was getting little bits of gauze and cutting them, putting them in there so the beasties couldn't get through. It's going to be much quicker to just gauze it over.
Well, it's a beautiful day, but very, very cold. Can't complain. Much prefer this than the wet, mild and windy weather that we've had recently. But as you can see, Tilly's caught waiting for the vet to come, and she's not happy. She doesn't like it at all, bless her. And Toby is separate and he doesn't like that, so there's a bit of anxiety going on for everybody this morning. So hopefully the vet will be here soon. They won't keep me waiting too long, hopefully. And we can get this lump looked at on her eye. Here's Toby. Come to check what's happening with his girlfriend. She's here. She's okay. She's okay. Aren't you? Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so the vet's just been. He said really there isn't going to be much they're going to do just yet because it's not impacting her vision. It may well just sort itself out because they'd have to, yeah, it'd have to be removed. So when she's, I know, here's your dinner. I've got her dinner. Go on then. Get a little bit. Go on then. So basically the end result of it is that we're going to just keep an eye on things, see if it changes size. Hopefully it might just go of his own accord. Come on, Tobe. Oh, Tilly, it's you. Hopefully it might just go of its own accord, and in which case great. But we've made a note of the size and shape of it, so hopefully it won't change, and fingers crossed it'll be okay, so that's a relief. Right, I'll let you go back to Sam and his soffits.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Can you see it? So the paint's not really drying fast in this Arctic weather. The man at the paint shop said, you know, once it gets after like 3 o'clock, don't paint, because it's just, you just don't do it. It's too cold, the sun's going down. But that's the corner piece over there behind me. It was awkward. I tried to do it in a 7-foot piece, but I just can't. I can't physically hold it up for one, and it's too intricate. So I made my life easier and cut it down a bit. And there we have it, another bit done. Well, that is the bottom of the stairs done. It was quite tricky, but I sort of just had to cut that and put a little extension round on it and things like that. But yeah, there wasn't really a lot you could do with it. But that's it. That is officially the stairs. Finito with the panelling. This is the big tidy up, but the panelling is actually done. So finally, Becky will be happy and get all of this stuff cleared out of the lounge.
Can you hear that noise?
And you can brew.
So I do know now that Sam can actually hoover.
Oh my.
When it's his tools that he's hoovering.
I do hoover.
I'm going to make a brew now, but I think we're going to leave it there for this week.
Yes.
And next week, hopefully, there will be some decorating done. Painting and wallpapering. You never know if it comes in time.
And furniture.
Oh, yes.
There's some furniture coming.
Yes, there is.
So you shall see.
Yeah. I took Lou and Emily from Camper Vibe. We went to the auction house.
Hopefully we'll get it in.
Yeah. So we made a few purchases. A wardrobe, which we really need, because we've got no wardrobe and our clothes are just...
over 200 years old.
It's a lovely, massive wardrobe, and I think it went...
Becky stuff.
Oh yeah, I think it went cheaply because no one else wants it. It's not everyone's cup of tea. And also, it's blooming huge. So, right, time for me to make the brews. So we will see you next Saturday. Thanks for all the kind support as always and for watching. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bye for now.